Sir, we can resume the session.
Yes, sir. Yes. Welcome, guys, again in the second session of data science with machine learning by using Python. Now the algorithm is binary logistic regression. Guys, you read in the last session about the regression. Now the regression is deal with the quantitative. It is the binary regression. So in the binary regression, we have work on the categories, which is in the 0, 1, presence, absent, dead, survive, yes, no, true, false. Okay. So in the binary logistic regression is used when the dependent variable is binary, 0 or 1, presence or absence. Okay. So just like a dependent variable, independent must be a categorical or continuous. No worries about this. So where is use marketing analytics, churns management, risk management, marketing, research, clinical health. So why not use linear regression or multiple regression? So in this plotting, in this sense, second point, if you read this, if the binary variable y is used on the left hand side of the mod, then two sides are not comparable. How you can say this? Because in the linear regression model, it is in a straight line. But in the logistic model, it is in binary, so it always work on the classes on the basis of probability. So if you see the orange line, it is in the H-shaped curve. Okay. So if the probability P is used instead of Y, then the linearity may not be hold true, definitely. And the relationship assumed in the logistic regression is a S form. So in the regression, the equation is y equals to beta naught plus beta 1 into x. But in the logistic regression, the p-value holds 1 upon 1 plus e की power minus beta naught plus beta 1 into x1. So this is the equation by the binary dependent variable log is log p upon 1 minus p and the multiple linear regression equation. So if we compare this equation with this, we can solve it by this equation p equals to the e multiple linear regression upon 1 plus e की power beta naught plus beta 1 into x, and we go for the cross multiplication after using this equation. Where is that? We will get this equation. Log p upon 1 minus p is equals to beta naught plus beta 1 into x. So that because it is in a probability form and we have to take the log to solve this equation because it is in the E minus and it find out the probability. Okay, if somebody asks you what is the difference between regression and logistics, so the regression works on the estimated and logistics works on the probability, which is known by the name of maximum likelihood. And likelihood is nothing, it is a probability. So you must be aware both the differences. In the end of this session, I will note down some points which is really helpful for you to understand all these things. So rather than move on theoretical, we move on some practical, which is really clear the concept of you. We already imported the libraries, pandas and NP, so and NumPy. So here we import the math library also, which is helpful for use to for mathematical calculation. Okay, so now we can import. Now in this data, in this algorithm, we have worked on some.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm right. If you import NumPy, is everything in math library inside NumPy?
No, you are right. But we have taken some calculations which is not related with the NumPy.
Okay.
We have some statistical calculation which is not deal by the NumPy.
Okay, thank you so much.
We will see in for the after the couple of minutes. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So in this we have to import the data by the name of diabetes. tab equals to p dot read underscore csv is see this column. Pregnancies, glucose, blood pressure, thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes, predictive function, age, and outcome. And our objective is outcome, whether the patient is diabetic or not. 1 is diabetic and 0 is non-diabetic. We will consider that. Okay. So right now we have to check whether the summary function, whether the presence of some value or missing values or not. So I've described 768, 768, 768. So there is no missing value. So all values are equally. So no worries about it. If you see the correlation of this, see the correlation. So no correlation is the thickness. So this thing, yes, okay, no worries. Now we prepare the model. Now in this, we have to prepare the model on the basis of the cross validation, test and training. How you can use it? Just see this. In the data, we need to find and then and then and then variable here the dependent. I'm getting the short form. Dependent variable is outcome and all are and remaining and rest all are independent variable. Okay. So now X, you know, X is the independent parameters. So we have take the independent parameters. So here independent parameters, we have to drop the dependent diabetes. So drop. So is drop, we use the is equals to 1. Okay. And Y is a dependent variable. Okay. Y is equals to type square comma outcome. This is a dependent variable. It's perfect. So now we can split the data to split the data into training and testing subset. We import the we can import the another library test train test split. Okay, from now new library sklearn dot model underscore selection sklearn dot selection train underscore test underscore split. Okay, now my data is split. Okay, data is splitted in 80 by 20. That is, if we train 80% of data and 20% test the data. Guys, that splitting is also known by the name of cross validation, and data will be split into three parts. Sorry, two parts. And what was the ratio of that two parts? 80-20, 90-10, and 70-30, or 75-25. You will not below 30. If you go 30, then there will be no use for the splitting. It almost about to equal. Okay, so I mentioned over here क्या क्या रेशियो होने चाहिए. 80-20, the 90-10 will be 75-25 will be 70-30. Okay, so we don't go below this. Okay, so now we have to train X train, comma X test, comma Y train, comma Y test is equals to train underscore test underscore split X comma Y comma size to 0. My data is splitted. Now I have to check the length of X train. Okay, so length of X train is equals to X underscore train. It will be equals to the 614, that the 80%. Okay, and the length of sorry, the test, yes. Test. Yeah, 154. Now, if you can add it, then you will be got an answer of 768. The total number of, no issue with that. I will be just go for the data shape type dot shape 768. Okay, now we move on for the logistic regression. In fight starts and predict the logistic model on here. So now from sklearn dot linear underscore model model is equals to logistics. Guys, there's lots of functions. We need to remember it. In this, you have to remember it. Okay. It's also coming from practice, but you have to keep it in mind in all this format that sklearn and all this linear model will be, you have to keep in your mind. Otherwise, if it's really a difficult for something because each and every step error will be occurred. So we find out the errors Otherwise, it's create a big issue for the prediction. It also go for the some wrong prediction side also. So we need to understand all this concept. Okay. So now we move further. Fit the logistic stick. As parameter x and y underscore train in log model. We prepare the log model to the logistic regression input number 42. So through that we can prepare it dot fit, because we are trying to fit the model. If you remember in the regression, we have also used the fit command. Just see this. I will show you in the syntax. Just see this, the fit in the regression, because now we are trying to fit the our model according to the parameters. But in this, we have take all the parameters so that we can find out. So log model dot fit explain comma I train. So in this, now our model start to begin. So we need to predict the pass down. The predictions. Predict on basis X test, because we are trained on the basis of test, we have to test it and then we can predict it. Y underscore predict. Then see this. We got the probability. Now our main task is see this. This is an output form. See, this is an output form. Now see the output. Now we can add this column. This is also the probability 0 and 1, and we can observe it. Now we see the length of predictors. So it's 154. Okay. And if we go for the test, so this because we have take the random values. Now I can explain you some basic things. In the we have to split the data X train, X test, Y train, Y test, and splitting text size means text work in 20%, and random means we are taking the random observations according to the data division. Okay, so this will be the length, and this from the scikit-learn, and this library is used to the multi-cases, the training algorithms for the sklearn, which is really helpful. Whenever you apply some algorithm, you have to always use the sklearn. This is really helpful for you to give to the some prediction about the statistical form. Okay, so after that you can fit the model, and fitting the model into the X train and the Y train, we go for the prediction, and we got the prediction again. We have created a new column by the name of the prediction. The previous algorithm, same here, we have to create a new column of the prediction so that we can easily judge it exactly what is the misclassification. You remember the errors where we got is the regression standard error. Okay, but in this you will be get an error in form of the misclassification. Okay. So now see this, how we can proceed it further. Just a second. Yes, I have to enter the something while it show me an error. Number of size over there is 154. Is the 154? So we work on the 154. So we mention the n equals to 154. Sample. Got it. Now we can add it with the sample. See this, guys. I got the action. See this, guys. The already we are got one. Just see in the fourth, observe in the fourth. Here is the 1, but my prediction says he's not diabetic. Same again. This is called the misclassifications error. See this. This is 0, but my prediction is going for the 1. Okay. So we can now, my main task is how we can got the classification errors. Okay. Now we can test it. Okay. Just see. I hope so this thing output will be clear to you. Please reply to anyone. Okay. That indicates that everything is clear to all of you. Now to know the precision.
What is the meaning of the zeros and one?
0 indicates non-diabetic and 1 is diabetic. It's totally depend on you how you can consider it before the examine the data. Okay, because 0, 1 is the column by the name of outcomes. On this basis of these parameters, you have justify yourself whether this patient is the diabetes or non-diabetic.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yeah, that's it.
So we will calculate it now. The classification now from skill learned from skill learned sklearn dot matrix classification reports. Okay. So now again from classification reports we have to skill learn dot common See this. This is the confusion matrix. We have to got it. Just wait, I will show you some part which is related with the confusion matrix. Just see this. In this classification, automatically the cutoff value. In this, you have also decided manually, but it takes by default. If your p value is greater than 0.5, then it's converted to directly 1. And if p value is less than or equals to 0.5, is directly convert to 0. Then as you observe this, in this you have see this. It's 1 and 0 output form. It is a classification. True, false, yes, no, survive, dead, all these things. So that's why it can convert it in this format. So cross tabulation of observed value of y and estimated of value of y is called as the classification. So you have to vary the cutoff value also. Okay, so now just a moment, I have to check about the cross multiplications confusion matrix. Okay. Just a second, just a moment. I have to share the particular notes whether I have P or not. So it's taken time. See this. See this misclassification or confusion matrix is the same thing. So the percentage of wrongly predicted observation is known as the misclassification. Note that the misclassification rate depend on the cutoff value prediction. So misclassification rate is 39 plus 91 divided by the 700. 700 is nothing. It's the total number of observation which is misclassified. Suppose misclassified means our patient is diabetic, but my report said it is non-diabetic. So it is known as the misclassification. So out divide by the 700. 700 is the total number of an observation. So out of the total number of observation, when we divided it, we got the 18.57 percentage of error. If we can minus 100 minus 18.75, then we will get approx 87% accuracy. Okay. So this accuracy we will be get it. So now you can calculate very easily from this part how we can get the accuracy over here. So we can also calculate the manually. I will show you. Suppose the total number of observation is 88 plus 7 plus 29 plus 30 is the equal the 154. Okay, so 154. So 29 plus 7 is 30 plus is 36. 29 plus 7 divided by the 154. What will be the answer? 29. So 100 minus 29 is approx 71% accuracy. Okay, so my model is scored as a 71%, but how we can represent it more precise form, it will be really helpful for you. How? Just see this. Data frame. Preparing the sheet just for you to writing each and every sentence. Whenever you try to work on some other data set, this will be the procedure you need to follow. It some might be changes if you can, if you want, then you can. But this is the 90% for you have followed this procedure. This is equals to 8. X equals to found out of no attributes data frame. Find out of no attributes of data frame. Oh, sorry. The spelling mistakes is the F capital. See this. Now it seems look good. Actual negative and predicted negative. This means that it isn't right. Actual negative, but the prediction is positive, so it means that the misclassified. Actual positive, predicted negative, that this is also misclassified. Actual positive and predicted positive is classified. Okay. So now through this we can calculate the accuracy as well as the errors. Okay. So this is the method we can use it, or we can also try some another method. This is the method I can try it, how we can calculate the accuracy. So we can also accuracy. Just check it. So I got the accuracy up to 76%. So sorry, it's the 23.3. That indicates 76.7. Then it got the 76.7 accuracy. You can judge it. Okay. It. Hello. Now we can start from the beginning. Explain you. This is the regression part. So guys, I hope so it's clear. Please let me know, and so that I will be note down some differences between logistic regression and the regression. Hello, am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes.
please. Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So if someone asks you what is the difference between, this is the main general question by ask every industries or corporates, guys, what is the difference between regression and the logistic? So your answer must be, as I told you, the regression is the relationship association between the dependent and independent, and the variable type must be the continuous or numeric. But in the logistic regression, it have a binary logistic required the dependent variable must be a categories. Okay, categorical behavior. In terms of algorithm, if they ask you, they will based on the least square estimations. If you want, then I can write you on this same page, or I can only dictating. Please let me know.
You can write, sir, if possible.
No issue. Variable type, uh, regression, regression, regression. The dependent variable, dependent variable to be continuous or numerical, but in logistic state, in binary logistic states, and then variable to be okay. And second type is the algorithm. Or in terms of the algorithms. Okay. So the second point is that in linear regression is based on least square estimation, which says regression coefficient coefficient should be chosen if minimizes the sum of each observed response its fitted value. Okay. And in the uh, in logistic regression, logistic regression is based on maximum likelihood estimation, which says which says coefficient coefficient should be chosen a that it maximize the probability ability given sorry why given okay. Our difference is equation equation. You know the equation of regression and the logistic I told you. Y equals to beta naught plus beta 1 into x1, and the logistic equals to p equals to 1 upon 1 e की power minus bracket regression equation. Okay, these are the three differences you know, and the fourth difference is the equation, the graphical behavior. Okay, the fourth is the graphical representation. Graphical presentation. Presentation. And this is the basic concept. We need to work upon it on the linear regression and regression. So you need to understand it exactly what the thing is going on, because sometimes the H shape is also known by the name of the sigmoid function. I have to type also here in the graph. In graph S is known by the name of sigmoid. Okay, so you have to remember in this. So this is the thing we have to work today. So thank you guys to listening me very peacefully. If you have any question, then you can proceed it. Thank you so much from my side. Thank you.
Participants can have questions if they want to ask. Thank you so much, sir, for very interesting session. And especially I like how you told the predictive modeling, regression, and logistic regression. And it was very beautifully explained. And I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all the speakers who remained along with us for all 7 days. And I thank them for taking out their time and sharing their knowledge with us. I am very sure that the knowledge all the speakers and especially you gave us will help us in our future work. I would also like to thank the wonderful participants for their cooperation. And I thank you for considering sending the worksheets to us for practice. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Sorry, ma'am, for interruption. Guys, I will send you three to four working data sets with the PDF file and with the Jupyter file also.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
appreciate you for that, because that should be very helpful and that was required also. And that is a commendable thing on your part. Thank you so much. And
Thank you
may I
much, ma'am.
request, yeah, your certificate is on the screen, sir. This is a token of appreciation. Thank you so much for taking out time and beautifully explain all the things to us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, thank you so much. All the best. Keep growing, keep learning. And thank you so much for listening me peacefully and cooperate for each and every step. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you are connected with me anytime. You have my mail ID and my mail number. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
We
Thanks.
are looking forward to have you in future also, in future workshops also. So we are looking forward to having
It's
you.
me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, let me first ask Bati Kapoor that the feedback form for the Cs, we have not got it.
Mhm.
You didn't send the feedback form for the
Of course, sir.
Cs.
Today's feedback form is in the chat box, but the feedback form of all 7 days has been sent in the WhatsApp group also. You can access your feedback form there.
I didn't get anything from my WhatsApp group. The only one I got is from my email. I got from day 1 to day 5.
Yeah, I'll considering sending you through email. I hope that
Okay.
it has been sent to your email, but we'll make sure that you get that.
David,
very
are you
much.
getting email from me?
My
David,
email, WEMI.
I'm asking, are you getting emails?
Yes, I got email till day
Yeah.
5. I didn't get day 6 and day 7.
all the feedback forms will be sent to you in a single email, and
Thank you
your
very much.
certificates will be get by tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much. I have a
Okay,
question for our
and
lecturer.
also we share, yeah, and several link will be there, and also I request
you.
you to submit your compliments. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
you
have
will
a
get
question
If
for
there
the
is
lecturer.
any kind of suggestions, and you can, yeah,
Okay.
if you want to share, okay.
Mr. David has a question, I think.
But I think Govil has gone. It's left. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll email him privately. It's no
Oh,
longer.
sure.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for participating and for your cooperation, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.